In my very humble view, my Lord, if you ever want to know a weak lawyer, is a lawyer who begins by saying, the spirit of the Constitution requires. Why would we go to look at the spirit when the Constitution is speaking for itself?
Professor,
yes, sir.
The spirit of the Constitution is one thing that people haven't talked about during these proceedings.
Well, but this so-called doctrinal, basic doctrine, it is another word, my Lord, for spirit of the Constitution. It has come in new disguise. In the old days, it used to be called spirit by poor lawyers. A good lawyer always looks at the black letter law. What did Parliament say? What did Parliament say? A good lawyer cannot start by saying, let us look at the spirit of the law. The law has no spirit unless it has been read. This Constitution has told us how to amend it. Very clear, precise terms. Question number 3. Is the amending power provided in the Constitution to be supplemented by reference to theory? It is our submission, no. The Constitution speaks on its face. 4. Is the sovereign power of the people to ratify radical changes, which is secured by the referendum here, is it less valuable than the so-called power to call a constitutional convention? Tell me this, ladies, my lords, tell me this. I was in Bomas, I was a delegate, I was not elected by anybody, I was picked by Parliament. I went, we drafted the Constitution, we voted on it. How is that better than me going to where I vote? In my village of Dumberry, I go there, I stand in the queue, I vote in a referendum. Which one is better? The Constitution of Kenya has said every Kenyan who wants to will vote in the referendum. My learned friends are saying that is not good. If you are to change radically, elect a convention. I find that argument very, very surprising. My lords, we are told that you cannot reenact the Constitution. I agree. Is this Constitution being reenacted? No. The Njoya case said, Ringera J and his colleagues said, the way we were proceeding with the amendment of the first Constitution was wrong because we were going to overhaul it without involving the public. So Ringera was saying, you are reenacting a new one. You are not amending. If you reenact, you need a referendum and you need a constitutional assembly. And that's what we did. That is not what we are doing now. The Constitution, 90% of this Constitution is remaining intact, even under. So it is an amendment, not a reenactment, and there is absolutely no good reason for a constituent assembly. And the problem here, my lords, arises out of this problem, which has not been well understood. And I take responsibility with my colleagues. We have not made the case very well. India is a constitution where Parliament with a simple majority can make constitutional changes. That is why the court is scared that a simple majority in Parliament can take India from being a republic to being a theocracy. That in Kenya cannot happen, because in Kenya we have entrenched what my colleagues are calling the basic structure. The basic structure is protected, super protected. That's why you can't change the boundaries of Kenya. You can't change the name of Kenya. You can't change the national anthem. You can't change the independence of the judiciary. Those are super protected.